Hey, pardon me. Top of the morning, everybody. How you guys doing? How y'all doing? I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Hope y'all having a good start. Good morning. I'm glad y'all here with me. It's crazy right now, man. The world is just getting crazy and crazier. As much as I see a lot of my friends, um, doing well, my business partners. Shout out to my business partners. Still are being creative, rolling out with new things every week, different ideas, different ventures. It's fun. Life is fun. It's creative. But to sit here and think that through all the hardships that I've witnessed, hardships I've been through, hardships I've seen people go through, I've I don't think I've ever had any one of my friends or anybody I know say, you know what, let's abduct somebody over $70. I don't think I've ever had that before. Mm-mm. I don't know anybody who would want to abduct somebody over a $70 bill. Now, granted, we did some crazy things when we were young. Um, we may have done some of the craziest things when we were young. We did a lot of crazy things when we were young, but we wasn't trying to abduct anybody over $70. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Um, it's stuff like this, man, that allows other communities to look at us like animals. They look at us like savages because of stuff like this, you know. The same way we can sit here and say, oh, all white people are serial killers, whether that remains to be, or all serial killers, most serial killers are white. That's what they say. 90% of serial killers and 95% of serial killers are white. That's what they say, right? But then again, you can say these type of things and do some of the most ignorant. It's not even heinous. Abducting somebody over $70 is not even heinous. It's foolish. It's just foolish. It's a $70 bill. Like it's $70. A $70 bill, man. You understand? That's you make $20 an hour. What's that? 4 hours of work? Come on, man. It's silly. It's just silly, man. So let me hit y'all. Tell y'all about the storm, man. I just wanna. It's just foolish, man. Sorry to drag it like that. So according to reports, police in New Jersey are looking for a group of Dine-and-Dashers. They reportedly abducted the waitress at the restaurant where they refused to pay at. The attack occurred around 11:15 this past Saturday. This was at Nifty Fifties. The group attempted to leave without covering their $70 bill. Authorities say the waitress tried stopping the group before she was placed inside a Dodge Durango, where she was assaulted and ultimately left alongside Route 42. So now they turned a simple, not even a misdemeanor, because nobody's chasing you down over a $70 bill. It's not grand larceny. There's nothing like that. It's not a felony at all. No one's chasing you down over a $70 meal. You can't afford to pay the $70. You gotta hold it down. You're not going to jail for $70. No one's gonna put you in jail over $70. It's a $70 meal. You can't pay it right now. Cool. Come back and pay it. Come back and pay that money. Come back and pay that money. You can't pay the money now. Come back and pay it. But nobody's abducting anybody over a $70 tab. They just turned a simple we can't afford this into a assault, kidnapping, uh, and depending on if they had weapons, now they assault, kidnapping with a deadly weapon. Because you know they'll break it down: a simple assault, assault in the second degree, assault in the first degree, assault with a deadly weapon. You understand? Robbery, attempted robbery, uh, kidnapping with a deadly weapon. Because now you can kidnap somebody bare hand. I had a situation where on when I was younger, I had gotten to a situation when I was younger, and I had caught a dude slipping in the mall, real young. Caught a dude slipping in the mall, right? Long story short, it's past the statute of limitations on this, but long story short, uh, I want to break a dude up, boom, 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 right? I take the bread from him, whatever. Because I didn't have a weapon on me, the police were so confused as to how did you wind up getting this money off of this dude if you didn't pull a gun on him? How is that possible? How did you pull this off? If you didn't have a gun on you to sit down for it, how did you wind up taking this man's money? I broke him up. We fought. So now it turns into a robbery and an assault because I put my hands on this person. But also, as a robbery can be differentiated based upon whether you physically put your hands on somebody or whether you don't. Because you could verbally say something to somebody and they give that money up. You don't have to touch them. It could be a robbery with no assault. You could definitely take something from somebody, and then it would be you don't have to put a gun on somebody. You could do it without having to put pain in somebody. But there is so, and this is when I was young. This is when I was young. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, these are grown. These are grown men. These are grown men that sat here and did this to this lady. Now check this out, right? This is what they do, right? They pull her into the vehicle. They assault her inside the vehicle. Washington Township Police Chief Patrick told the reporters the vehicle headed north on Route 42, made a U-turn, and was heading towards South Monroe Township and pushed her out of the vehicle. They pushed her out, right? The waitress managed to make it back to the Nifty Fifties and alerted the police. Was later taken to the hospital and got treated for minor bruising and possible concussions. So they literally beat her up. They literally beat the waitress up. Like who's really doing that? They literally beat the waitress up. Who's doing this? I'm sad, man. But and look, they call them Dine-and-Dashers because they eat in and they leave. They don't pay. Well, I want to say this. I don't know these guys. It is what it is. But this is the problem I'm having, right? None of these people have jobs. Like nobody work. Nobody got a job. Nobody has a job. You know, I see people riding around when I see people in traffic riding around and only like they got nothing going on early in the morning. But I know there's so many other things going on in the morning. So many people headed to work. I always look and say, damn, I wonder if this person is working. People in road rage and traffic. Ah, cut me off. You probably ain't even got a job. You ain't going to work. What you doing on the road this early? How is that? You know, and even in the pandemic, the government, everybody should be worried about this. There's so many people with no money, but it's been like this even before the pandemic. People with no money, they have to come up with a system. Have to come up with a system to protect these people that are working and feeding these. This is insane, man. The fact that they were able to just, the fact that she got out the store, she left the store and went to their car is dangerous. That I don't agree with. I don't agree with. Men, make sure you let the women know. So a lot of the times when it comes to diners, restaurants, truck stops, stuff like that, when it comes to these places, it's always women who are working there. Women who are working there, the woman who's giving you breakfast, the woman who's giving you coffee. Hey Tim, how you doing? Like how's your truck stop? Oh, okay, good, Karen. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm headed over to Boston. All right, Tim, well, you be careful, man. The boys, it's kind of crazy out there. Ice road trucking, and they have their conversation. But it's usually a woman. Protect these women, man. States allow these women to carry weapons when they're at work. They allow these women to carry weapons. Let these, you know what I mean? And that can be a very dangerous thing, depending on where the situation is taking place at. Location, a lot of times location does depend because you can have a woman with a gun who may be a white woman who may use it in a different way depending on the situation. And if it's a black woman, they may look at it different. You know, color changes a lot of things in this country. It's sad to say, but color changes a lot of things, man. And still till now, a lot of things are in question, and racism is still a public health hazard in the United States. I feel like it is. why it's not being addressed even more often is because I feel like there is a depletion of one, or you're still continuously trying to deplete uh, one race. But we'll see how this goes, man. I hope this young lady is okay, and she was treated well at the hospital for her bruises, and like these people at these diners, even bus drivers. And it's hard to say this, but bus drivers, people in public transportation, mass transportation, they are responsible for getting you point A, point B. It's not just you. It's thousands of people on that bus, 40, 50, 60 people on that bus easily. These people should be allowed to carry weapons. Should be. Same exact way you have people who don't pay for food. You also have people who don't pay for transportation. I've watched thousands of people get on buses and not pay for a bus. I've watched thousands of people get on a train, not pay for a train. You won't have to worry about anybody trying to beat you up because you're not paying for the bus. You don't have to worry about anyone trying to chase you down because you're not paying for a bus or a train. They're not going to do that. That's why there's cameras there, and the police don't even care because they know in New York State there is more than enough money in the pot to make sure these people are paid for. Buses, transit workers, they're paid for. It really doesn't even matter. But now when it comes to a restaurant, these people work off tips. These people need that actual chicken. There's no pot sitting on the side where they're gonna say, "Oh, here, take this money. This is for you." There's none of that, So has to be things put in place to protect everybody, but we'll see. There's still a lot of bills sitting on that table in the White House that they still haven't passed. The anti-lynching bill. Nobody's supposed to be lynched, especially not black people. So many bills are sitting there that's supposed to be passed, but these things are a process, and it all comes when it's supposed to come. Love, life, and loyalty is a model. Stay safe, stay real, stay true. You're rocking that rock with you. This is Battle Dawn News. Stay tuned. One.